ICENET. Dynasties live here.
Plastic piece of material you see beneath the face mask, of course, is to protect the throat area. The referee, Andy Van Helmen, Murphy, and DeCuzzo are the linesmen. The LA Kings will be playing in the familiar black and gray and white, of course, going from left to right. And there's the great one, number 99, Wayne Gretzky, playing in his 11th National Hockey League season. Just a couple of seconds here as they get set for the opening face-off. The last time out, and the only time these teams met this season, the Islanders won 7-4. So the Kings looking for something special here. Gretzky will take the first shot. He flips that into the corner. Punched away by Doug Crossman. Bobbled in front. And eventually hung on to by Fitzpatrick. Nico Makala was there waiting for the loose puck, but it just didn't materialize. You can see on the replay it took a deflection. LaFontaine got a piece of it. Goaltender lost it and eventually pouched it down for a face-off. Always important for a goaltender to get a clean touch of the puck to give him a little confidence early on in the game. Official waiting for the players to get out of the circle. Steered away into the corner, and the Islanders try to get that one out. Eventually it's dumped back in. Derek King now to the far side. Crossman. King flips that one all the way down. It goes off the stick and goes into the neutral zone, and the Kings put it back in. Doug Crossman, who sees a lot of action for the Islanders, getting that one out. Derek King now, right in front. Steered away, and it's LaFontaine chasing, and back comes LA. Over to the far side. Shot right on the target. And that one goes all the way down the ice. Chasing for it, still Derek King. LA, a long shot coming from Bernie Nichols. Oh, and that was off the post. Robitaille got a shot from point-blank range, and he had Fitzpatrick beat, and he pranged it off the metalwork. Goslin fires that one away from Brent Sutter, and it goes all the way into the neutral zone, and Randy Wood goes back for it. So the Islanders getting let off lightly in the opening stages here of the first period. Back they come, the long shot, and Goslin gets a piece of that, and that's a souvenir for someone in the stands. Pat LaFontaine on a 7-game scoring streak. Picked up 33 goals and 20 assists so far this season. Of course, played for Team USA over in Sweden during the World Championships. Gretzky, oh, and a good move by the Islander defense as they push the Kings, and you can hear that round of applause, a little ripple in the background. Someone obviously appreciated that move. They pushed the King over the blue line. Gretzky forced to go offside. And there you have it, just one of his many records in that brilliant career he's had so far. Gretzky out there with Allison, Kucherliski, do the honors. Face-off against Randy Wood. Still no score here in the first period. David Bullock having problems getting out of his own end. Allison, the shot is wide. LaFontaine shadows, can't get a handle on that. Allison. Gretzky keeps it in. Steered away nicely by LaFontaine. He's doing some good back checking. Dumped that in the corner, but Gretzky keeps it in. A back pass. The shot deflects off a stick. Came from McSorley, and back come the Islanders. Bullock gets it over. Back to Bullock. Working his way in the slot area. Takes a shot, and that's high and wide. LaFontaine pushes it back in. Flatley now trying to get it out as he's dumped to the ice. Bullock goes in after and misses the check. McSorley for the Kings. Marty McSorley taking his time. Flips that one into the corner, and Crossman goes back for it. Teams changing on the fly as the Kings start to work it out now. Head manning the puck nicely. Crowder, but the Kings just a bit too keen to get over that blue line, so we'll have an offside call. 16:37 remaining here in the first period. Still no score. The Kings against the Islanders. Good crowd here at the Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum. 14,704. Just about 2,000 short of a full house, but still not a bad crowd. Casper waiting to get into the face-off circle as the official waits for the timekeeper to give him the signal to get back into the game. Crossman for the Islanders. McDonough flipping it all the way down. Shane pushing that one forward, kept in nicely by the Islanders. Dakota, right in front of the shot, and the puck was there. The goaltender was down, it's right in front again. McSorley is there, trying to get it away, and the Islanders are doing everything but put it in. This time they put it in the net. Crossman got that in the slot area. Dakota had a bite at the cherry. Maloney was there for the Islanders, and eventually number 3, Crossman, put it behind Goffin to make it 1-0 for the Islanders. Well, you can see Dakota is there. Maloney is there. McDonough has a bite at the cherry. So many players around the net. The shot eventually comes back. Baumgartner gets a piece of it. Now watch McDonough trying to poke it in there. He just can't get the handle on it. Maloney can't put it in either, but the puck squirts off to the corner. Now Crossman comes up with it, takes the shot. The goaltender partially screened, and it goes in the far side of the net. An excellent effort here by the LA Kings to keep that puck out of the net. They did everything, but in the final effort there by Crossman, it was just a bit too much. So Doug Crossman picking up his 6th goal of the season here at the 4:01 point of the first period. LaFontaine couldn't get the handle on that. The Kings now, Gretzky working with Brian Benning. Offside the call.
And number 28, John Tonelli. The final goal, 4:01.
So the officials giving the goal, of course, to Crossman, Dakota, and Maloney picking up the assists. The 4:01 here in the first period. Islanders leading 1-0. Gretzky with Kudelski. Kudelski, the shot wide of the target. Gronstrand. Norton, right in front, the backhand shot, they score! Kudelski got the pass from Makela and Gretzky, and that levels the score. 19 seconds after that goal by the Islanders, the Kings have come back. Again, Gretzky starts it off. Nico Makela. Kudelski now, the backhand shot, the goaltender already committed, kicks out the right leg, but he can't get to it. Again, Gretzky gets it over. Makela, the backhand shot, not a difficult one, but Fitzpatrick is beaten cleanly. 1-1 the score now here, still in the first period. Bobbling shot there by Alan Kerr, taken by Godwin. Benning, headmanning the puck up on the right wing now. Gretzky, too many players over that blue line, and again, you see Gretzky waiting for his teammate to get onside, and we'll have another face-off just outside the blue line. So Crossman picks up a goal for New York, and Kudelski replies for the LA Kings here in the first period. Still under 5 minutes gone, and both teams have a goal. Bernie Nichols teeing off there with Brent Sutter, the captain. Pushed down into the far corner. Randy Wood. Wood being pushed out of the play by Robitaille. McSorley. Still McSorley trying to hold that against the woodwork. In the far corner, Robitaille comes along to assist. The official saying, keep it going, keep it going. Randy Wood now coming up with it. Kudelski headmanning the puck nicely, and back come the Kings. Flipping it in, going after it. Tonelli. Tonelli pushes into the boards. Miller. The shot from in front is wide of the target. Randy Wood. Lauer. Squeezed out of the play. Nichols now. Nichols over the blue line, the red line, flipping that into the far corner. Dumping and running is the game right now for LA. Robitaille couldn't get a handle on that. Shot in by the defense. Fitzpatrick scoots it into the corner. Duchesne to the far side, gets it back. Duchesne puts that in. Fitzpatrick. Gerald Didup. Nyland to the far side, that's off the boards. Well, the score, 1 goal apiece here in the first period. Islanders against the LA Kings. We'll be right back in a moment with more ice hockey action. Welcome back to the first period. 1 goal apiece, the LA Kings against the New York Islanders. Crossman picking up the first goal for New York, and then Kudelski leveling the score for the Kings. Still here in the first period, Kings with puck. Duchesne flipping that forward. Lots of action around both goals at both ends of the ice. Both teams having their share of chances. Back, the shot was bobbled, and eventually Goslin picks up the puck in midair. A bit of a skirmish in front of the net, but nothing really serious. Some good protection there from the LA defense. See the shot coming from just inside the blue line. Crossman again getting a piece of wood on it. Bullock was there looking for the rebound, as was Pat LaFontaine. Mike Allison for the Kings pushing his man out of the way. So the face-off to the left of Mario Goslin as he looks down the ice here in the first period. Miller along the boards for LA. Wood giving him a hard time. Still a shot coming way back. Gottman once again, it's so lethal from that point position. Gets his second goal of the game. And this place is going wild. The Islanders fans loving every minute of this. Let's look at this again. Maloney and Bukoda once again getting the assist on this. The slap shot to the far side, clangs in off the post, and Gosman beaten cleanly. Bukoda did some good forechecking. Maloney eventually squeezes it away along the boards. A simple pass back to Crossman just inside the blue line. The shot labeled for the far side of the net, and that goes in off the post. 2-1 the score here in the first period. Kept in by Norton, pushed to the far side. LaFontaine gets his stick on it. Sorely a rink-wide pass and back to the Kings. Right in on goal, the shot coming there from Kudelski again. And the pass right back to Gosselin as he comes out and dumps that one into the corner. Kerr tries to get that out front. Eventually it does come out, and you can see LaFontaine chopping at the defense as he tried to get that puck loose. LaFontaine again goes in against Kudelski. Kudelski eventually pushes that into the far corner. Kudelski all the way down, and Gretzky goes after it. Fitzpatrick gets there first, and the Islanders now back on the attack. Larry Robinson shot that to the far side. Benning hammers his man into the woodwork. King right out front, but there was no one there to pick it up. And back comes Los Angeles. Robitaille right in front. The shot by Benning was high. They could have done more with that as Gretzky once again set it up. Ronstrand. LaFontaine running into problems along the boards as he calls for a change. The Islanders with Wood looking for someone to pass to. He eventually gives it up along the boards. A weak shot trickles as far as the defense, and the Kings having problems with Randy Wood. Tonelli now pushed out of the play by Didup. Tonelli has Didup's stick. Robitaille trying to center it, he can't get it out. The Islanders. Lauer to Randy Wood on the right wing. Dropping it back, and number 9 comes to the rescue. That's Bernie Nichols, and steers his man out of the play. 2-1 the score here in the first period. The Islanders over the Kings. Tonelli going in. Drops it right back. Some good defensive work there by the Islanders. They break up. 3 men coming down on one. Right in front. The shot is wide of the target. Flatley got the pass from LaFontaine, and he just couldn't put it home. That's handled nicely by Gosling. He pushes it over to the right side. Robitaille tries to get around David Bullock, and he does, and back comes Gretzky. Gretzky working his way in, and he's taken out of the play, and the Islanders now on the attack. David Bullock stopped nicely at the defense, and that's dumped into the neutral zone, and eventually the Islanders with Baumgartner go back for it. Crossman to the far side. The Islanders, Bullock running into problems at the blue line. Allison. Shot. Krushelnyski getting a piece of that. Handled easily by Fitzpatrick. Pushed along the boards. Crossman headmanning the puck nicely. Slap shot. Oh, that's kicked away by Gosling. Now Kiddis scooped that down the ice for LA. Crowder. Gretzky takes a shot. Maloney. Happy just to dump that one in. Now Kiddis. Right in front of the net. Teams changing on the fly here. 2-1 the score in the first period. McSorley, a difficult shot right into the pads of Mark Fitzpatrick. And he does the proper thing there, and he holds on to it for a face-off. A good crowd of well over 14,000 here in Uniondale, Long Island. Wood going after it. Wood comes up with it and is pushed into the board. Still Wood as he runs into Crowder. Eventually dumped to the ice. Lauer came in to help out, but back come the Kings. Punched into the far side. Norton went to get it, and Fitzpatrick beat him to it. Wood picks up that pass that was going nowhere. Lauer delayed offside on the play, and players falling all over the place. And Wood now gets a gift. Wood takes a shot, batted down the rebound, and this time Gosselin makes sure that the first shot, well, he allowed the rebound to bounce right out there. The rebound shot was eventually pouched, and Gosselin comes up with a save. 2-1 the score here in the first period. Islanders leading the Kings. Benning. Still it's Benning, flipping it along the boards. Awesome, good defensive work there. Right in front. Score! Oh, some great checking. Some excellent work by the Islanders. Let's take a look at this again. LaFontaine is in there. He makes no mistake as it goes into the far side. Number 16, LaFontaine, flatly doing a lot of work here, back checking. Eventually gets it over the backhand pass, the shot into the far side, and LaFontaine makes it 3-1 for the Islanders. LaFontaine picking up his 34th goal of the season. Alan Kerr now head-manning the puck. LaFontaine can't get the shot away, and the Islanders push it to center. Nyland goes back for it. King pushing out over to the far side, but there's no one there to pick it up. Diddick hammers that one off the boards. Intended for Derek King. It just didn't come off. Gretzky foreshadows. King wants that one. Can't get a handle on it. Brent Sutter can't come up with it. Nyland gets it over the far side. So right now it's the Islanders putting on the pressure. Crossman shoots that in and around. Gretzky. No one there to pick up the pass as Alan Kerr came to the rescue. Crossman. Nyland punching that one forward. Eventually squeezed out of the play along the boards. Sutter mixing it up slightly with Bernie Nichols. Sutter can't get a handle on that one, and back come LA. Right in front. Bernie Nichols had that knocked off his stick. And again, they just can't get the shot away. Some good defensive work there by the Islanders as Randy Wood works it into the far corner. Lauer goes after it. Wood now takes his chop at it and misses it. LaFontaine can't get it in the Kings. Nichols squeezed out of the play. Gronstrand in there. LA getting it back. The shot coming from number 2. Brian Benning deflected wide. Benning again backhands that one. Tries to get it in front. And eventually it's tipped out over the blue line. The Kings having difficulty getting clear shots on goal as Jari Gronstad, the Finnish player for the Islanders, gets it up. David Golek, the Czechoslovakian player, takes a shot. But an international side with New York. Both teams here getting their share of the action. But the Islanders making it count when it counts. LaFontaine is held along the boards. And that one is shot all the way down. Going back for it is Gerald Diduck. His pass a bit too far for anyone. McSorley back to the defense. Trying to get that one in front, but you can see too many white shirts. McSorley playing up. Eventually it's tipped out, and Brian Benning goes back for it for LA. Good forechecking here. By the Islanders, not letting the Kings get organized here in the first period. 3-1 to score. Islanders with goals from Crossman getting 2 and LaFontaine. Kudelski replying for LA 20 seconds after the first Islander goal. Lakota wants it. It just doesn't come his way. All the way back for it. Benning. Pushed into the corner. Crossman. Fitzpatrick leaves it for him. King. Trying to get that one right across, and he does, and Crossman eventually pushes it against the woodwork. Crossman hanging on to that with a skate, waiting for assistance from Alan Kerr. Allison. Lakota hammers that one in. It stops at the slot area, and back come the Kings. Gretzky takes a shot, a good defensive move by number 24, Baumgartner, to take the steam out of that shot. And another easy save. Well, he made it look easy for Fitzpatrick. Shane getting a piece of that. Picked up nicely here at the defense, and back from the Kings. Gretzky doing it on his own, eventually gets it over to Nichols. The shot. Well, second thoughts there from Fitzpatrick. Eventually picks it up and hangs on to it with just 1:39 remaining here in the first period. 3-1 to score, the Islanders over the Kings. Nichols with 27 goals and 41 assists so far this season. In his 9th season with the Los Angeles Kings. One of the more prolific goal scorers on the side. The team's getting set for the face-off with just a little over a minute remaining here in the period. Sutter fires that one to the far side, and Jari Gronstad pushes it around. Gronstad eventually into the neutral zone. Robinson. Larry Robinson has seen it all and done it all. Been around for 18 seasons in the National Hockey League. Gronstad into the center ice zone. Wood can't get a piece of that, and Gronstad will go back for it. We approach the final 60 seconds in this period. Gronstad going back. Taken out there by Brent Sutter as he pushes his man against the plexi. Still it's LA keeping it in, looking for one last shot here before the whistle blows. Benning takes a shot, and that's knocked down. Sutter flips that up into the neutral zone. Time ticking away. LA working it back in right away. Kudelski trying to get a shot away. Flips it into the corner. Shadowed there by Jeff Norton. 24 seconds remaining. Some good work by number 21, Brent Sutter. But he's just a bit too aggressive for Van Helmen. Well, Brent Sutter won the 1988-89 Good Guy Award last year. The local sports writers got together and gave him that award, but that won't help his cause any. He's not impressed with that call or with himself. 2 minutes in the penalty box for holding. Not a good time to get a penalty at the end of a period, so it'll be a good opportunity for LA to put on the big guns. Gretzky out there already. Tom Webster, the LA coach, 41 years old. Comparable rookie in the National Hockey League. Shot out nicely as the clock ticks down. 10 seconds remaining. The Kings now with an easy shot right on the goal. Fitzpatrick hangs on to that, and eventually the whistle blows. Well, 3-1 the score here at the end of the first period. Crossman getting 2, LaFontaine 1. Kudelski replying. The LA Kings with a power play with Brent Sutter in the penalty box for the Islanders. 3-1 to score. The Kings playing from right to left here in the Nassau Coliseum on Long Island, New York. Benning wants it on the far side. It's pushed into the corner. Nichols cruising out front. The Kings working it around, taking their time here. The shot. Steered away eventually. The Kings now still with the power play. Good defensive work there by the Islanders. Duchesne pushing it forward. Benning flips that one all the way around to the far side. No real penetration here yet from the Kings in this power play. Bernie Nichols misses his man, and that goes all the way down to the neutral zone. Flatley pushes that one right to the doorstep of the goaltender. Still no real effort on the goal. Benning now into the corner. Gretzky, Benning high and wide of the target. As far as the blue line. Gretzky trying to get a piece of that one. Norton. Dakota. Steered away as the Islanders do a great job of killing off this penalty. Benning gets it over. A shot. Again, way wide of the target. Brent Sutter back on the ice now as Wood mixes it up along the red line and gets hammered into the boards and onto the ice by Kalkidis. Norton. Gretzky dropping it back. The shot right on the target. And knocking on the door was Crowder. But Fitzpatrick hung on to that. 3-1 to score. 17:36 remaining here in the second period. A look at this again. A lovely little drop pass back. The shot's right on the goal. And Fitzpatrick comes up with the save. So the official wants the Islanders to line up properly, get behind that red line that you see on the circle. Kudelski couldn't hang on to that, going back for it. Laidlaw backhanded in by the Kings. Now LaFontaine, who's ever so dangerous when he gets anywhere near that puck. King taken out of the play nicely, but still King fights for it, and eventually it dumps into the center ice area. Kudelski right in front. Well, Fitzpatrick really didn't know where that one was. He fell down, he made the right move, but the puck just went right underneath him and came to a dead stop. Let's take a look at this again. Tonelli with Crowder trickling right across in front of the net. The goaltender had a feeling it was somewhere around there. I'm sure he got a yell from the defenseman. Gerald Diduck, stay still, it's right underneath you. So Fitzpatrick coming up with the save. It doesn't really matter how you make the save as long as you make the save. 3-1 to score here in the second period. Sutter eventually batted away by Wood. Ronstrand getting it up. Pushed all the way around. Janaury Ronstrand couldn't get the handle on that. And Gretzky now. Gretzky on the left wing, breaking into the center on the backhand side. Gretzky stops, takes a shot. It took a slight deflection, but again, Mark Fitzpatrick was there to make the save. Always dangerous when he gets hold of that puck. Loves to stop in that slot area as he did here. So many players would have broke for the net along the left wing. Comes back, makes a turn, takes a shot, took a deflection, took some of the steam out of that shot, and the goaltender picks it off his chest. Mikko Makela having a good season so far. Push behind the net. Grunstrand. Lauer. Sutter going after it. Wood now. The Kings coming back on the attack here in the second period. Gretzky works his way over to the far side. Oh, a lovely little back down, and Wood was held back by Benning. And the crowd here screaming. Sutter's right in front. Sutter puts it in the net. Well, the crowd will be relieved to see that. They were screaming for a penalty. As Rudy, who's come in at the start of this period, is beaten by Brent Sutter. Wood will get the assist. Wood does all the work here. He was held back in the neutral zone. He eventually gets by number 19, Larry Robinson, puts it out front. There's the rebound, and there's Sutter putting it behind Rudy. Well, Mario Goslin replaced by Rudy here in the second period, and Sutter makes no mistake there. Well positioned right outside the crease to put that behind him. 4-1 the score now here in the second period. Robitaille. Offside the call as the defense there trying to squeeze that one in over the blue line, but far too many black and gray and white shirts caught inside the attacking zone. Brent Sutter, 15th goal of the season. And Wood getting the assist at 4:07 here in the second period. Crossman. Crossman being shadowed by Nichols. Pushed out, and eventually LaFontaine Pat LaFontaine now working it out over the blue line. Still it's LaFontaine. Backhands that one into the corner. Oh, gets the gift, gets it right back, tries to flip it through his skate to David Bullock, but it just didn't come off. Flatley takes his man out of the play. Laidlaw now slowing things down as LaFontaine continues to shadow and to forecheck. Took a deflection as Bullock is steered out of the play, and the Islanders push it in behind the Kings' net. The Kings now having problems getting out of their own zone. Nichols. The Islanders. Maloney going in on the backhand side, taken out of the play by Halkidis. Push to the far side for McSorley. McDonough. Shot way wide of the target now. Nyland going in. Nyland getting bumped in the corner, pushes it into the corner. Now Nyland gets it back. Nyland behind the net, pushes that right in front. Rudy can't get a handle on it, and McSorley comes up with the loose puck. McSorley gets it as far as the blue line. McDonough trying to keep that in, and now the Islanders are chased back to the blue line, and Diddick wants it on the far side and gets it. Diddick deflects that one in, and McSorley goes back for it. The Kings here in all sorts of problems in the second period. They trail by 4-1, and they're having problems getting out of their own zone. Norton's pass is too long for anyone. Gretzky flips that one into the Islanders' zone, going back for it. Jari Gronstrand. Norton up on the wing. Way offside was LaFontaine as Norton got that pass to him. You could see what they were trying to do. A good shot of Val Arbor, 56-year-old coach for the Islanders. One of the more successful coaches in the history of the game. He's been around for 1,200 plus games in the National Hockey League. You have to be good to stay around that long. Pushed down the ice as John Tonelli chases it. Crossman eventually loses it, but it comes out, and the Kings shoot it back in. Norton into the far corner. Bukoda pushes his man and loses out. Bukoda does a great job of forechecking. Crossman pushes that one in. Well, I was about to say it looked well offside, and eventually the official blew that one down, and so we'll have a face-off outside the blue line. Brian Benning. Passes from LA, just not coming off here in this second period. Well, not a particularly good one there, and back comes LA. Gretzky slowing it down, taking a shot from a sharp angle right on the target. The rebound came out to the slot area, but back in the net. Benning got the final touch on that. Again, Gretzky was in there, and Fitzpatrick really doesn't believe that went in the net. Number 2, let's look at this again. The fake shot, the rebound on Gretzky's shot comes out. A lot of pushing in front of the net. The goaltender completely screened on this as this goes right along the ice underneath the goalie's pad and into the back of the net. 4-2 the score here in the second period. Kings dragging themselves back into this game. That goal, of course, going against the run of play. The Islanders having the major share of the action here in the second period. Tonelli.
The goal is unassisted. It came at 8:07. That is the tip of the year.
Pass going out over the blue line, pushed back in. Delayed offside is the call. Sutter couldn't get a handle on that one. Nyland hammers that one off the woodwork, and it comes as far as the blue line, but it doesn't go out. Giddick ties his man up along the boards. Sutter pushing off Bernie Nichols. Still no whistle on the play. Neither team wanting to kick this one free. Nichols eventually comes up with it, flips it into the slot area. The shot is kicked away by Fitzpatrick and dumped back in. Again, it's a delayed offside call. The Kings keen to get that puck in over that blue line. Shot all the way down, going back for it. Marty McSorley, and icing is the call. LaFontaine from the face-off. Kings keep it in. A shot, not a difficult one for Fitzpatrick, and eventually pushed away by Kerr. Charging the call here. You can hear the roar from the crowd as LaFontaine finds himself sitting on the ice with his back to the boards. Take a look at this again. There it is, taking more than a couple of strides is number 33, Marty McSorley, the official right on the spot. Charging is the call at 9:52 here of the second period. So the Islanders now with a power play situation. Crossman. Norton squeezed out of the play as he pushed that around. Still not out. Into the slot area. A weak shot. Stopped the defense. Players again being dumped all over the ice. Crossman keeps that in along with LaFontaine. LaFontaine backhands it in the corner. Sutter. Crossman, a weak shot by him, and it's smashed out by the Kings defense as they kill off this penalty. Crossman giving instructions there to Fitzpatrick. Did good communicational skills there as Crossman came up with the puck. He still got it, getting it in. Dakota flips that one all the way around. LaFontaine now in the corner. Right across the net, but there's no one there to put it beyond the goaltender, Kelly Hrudey. Power play situation as Hrudey comes out and leaves that one for Benning. Time ticking away here. 4-2 the score. Kings. Offside the call, and the Kings are signaling for an intentional offside. They want it all the way down the other end of the rink, but it's not going to be. Sutter getting a goal in the early stages of the period for New York, and the Kings getting a goal from Benning, number 2, their defenseman, on that goal that went right under Fitzpatrick. The Kings ranked 16th in the league for their penalty killing abilities. Five seconds. Volek behind the net. Was eventually pushed out all the way down the ice. LaFontaine up on the wing. A chance possibly for a one shot. Volek pushing it in. LaFontaine can't hold it, and back from the Kings. They're back to full strength now. Working their way. Right across the goal mouth. Wiselnicki was there. LaFontaine working his way in. Volek was there, and they just couldn't get a handle on that. Laidlaw takes his time, gets it up. Time ticking away now for both teams here in the second period. A chance for one shot. That one's high and off the target. And we're going to have a face-off here. Welcome back to the second period. The LA Kings against the New York Islanders. 4-2 the score. The Islanders in the lead. Kings playing in the dark jerseys from right to left. Diddick backhanding that up to Randy Wood, and he took a shot. You can see Wood is hurt on the far side as he works his way to the bench. A slap shot right on goal. Another one comes right through. And Wood is still getting treatment on the bench. Nyland now. Fitzpatrick having to be sharp there with a couple of shots right on goal. Kudelski punches that one forward. The Kings. Good forechecking here by Lauer. Ronstrand went back for it. Sutter got it up. Just a bit too keen to get over that line. Derek King will have a face-off or offside and give both teams a chance to change their lines. McDonough in the face-off circle for the Islanders. Casper wins it for LA. Well, the Kings keep shooting, jumping and running. Delayed offside on the play as Grunstad brings it out, and it's just not working for them. Grunstrand loses out behind the net there. Right in front of the net, and this time Fitzpatrick makes a great save, and he knows all about it. Tonelli has got a glove in his face. Hubie McDonough is making sure that nothing happens out there, as Mick Bakuda was mixing it up. Let's take a look at this again. Crowder tried to get it in front. Tonelli is there. It comes right up front to number 11, Casper. The goaltender makes the save, and there's the punch from number 12, Mick Bakuda. Right on Steve Casper, and he wasn't impressed with that at all. I'm sure Tonelli has got his number. Well, possibly a wise move for the coach as he takes him off the ice, gives him a chance to cool down, but he's not looking too impressed with that last play in front of the net. 4-2 the score here in the second period. LaFontaine, the most prolific goal scorer on the Islanders side this season, winning that face-off. Flatley. That shot trickles off Crossman, and he backhands that over the plexiglass and into the crowd. So we'll have another face-off. Crossman has played really well today. Picked up a couple of goals, doing a great job on defense. Very physical player. Spent 5 years with the Flyers in his 9th season this season. LaFontaine lost his stick, but eventually batted that back. Goes as far as the blue line. The shot wide of the target. Picked up right in front of the net, and back come the Islanders. Volek. His shot over the far side to Flatley. Flatley with Bullock. Flatley now. Bullock tries to scoop that along the boards, and it's still Bullock. Bullock is brought to the ice. Kudelski comes up with it and gets it forward. 4-2 the score here in the second period. The Kings trying to bring themselves back into this game. The shot goes off Fitzpatrick's stick and is deflected into the corner. Flatley loses it to Benning. Over to the far side. Crossman shadows now. Crossman loses control. Oh! And again, Fitzpatrick got a piece of it. And the Kings are starting to pour it on. Robinson. Nichols over to the far side. Right in front of the net. There's no one there to pick it up, and the Islanders come back on the attack. Pushed in by Sutter. All the way to the far side, and Vukota is squeezed out of the plate. Robinson having problems during this game containing his men out there. One time such a great star, perhaps at the end of his career, who knows. Robinson now comes up with it to Benning. Tonelli is out there, going in on the backhand side, stolen nicely by Sutter, and Sutter comes back and backhands it into the neutral zone. Not a particularly good pass from him. Sutter, a shot right on the target. Didup scoops it around to Sutter. Kerr pushes his man into the boards, and eventually Nichols gets a piece of him. Well, you can see that expression says it all. Van Helmen is having none of that. We've got 3:15 remaining here in the period as Van Helmen dishes out the penalties. And the Kings are not impressed. Larry Robinson can't believe it, and neither can Nichols. So the Kings in all sorts of problems here. Nichols for boarding. And Robinson for unsportsmanlike conduct, as you heard on the PA system. Let's look at this again. There's the boarding call, and rightly so. That was a tough one. Alan Kerr getting that from behind right into the boards. And Robinson must have said something to the official to get that unsportsmanlike call. Al Arbor giving instructions to his players, and the Islanders now on the attack. Crossman. LaFontaine breaking right in on goal. Off! And he almost slipped it between the pads of Kelly Rudy. But Rudy spun around and grabbed it. A good save by the goaltender. And a brilliant move by LaFontaine. Watch this. Goes between the defensemen. And it just trickled a few inches from the goal line. Once again, a good move by LaFontaine, but an excellent job of covering up for the defense by Rudy. Crossman flipping it into the corner. 5-on-3 out there. Well, not a good play by the Islanders. They lost that one completely. Casper pushing that one back. And the Kings will do anything possible out there to kill off this penalty. Crossman to the far side. Still it's Crossman, and again they have to come out into the neutral zone to regroup and start over again. Crossman missing LaFontaine. Pushed out into the neutral zone and down the ice. Diduck looking for Sutter, who is wide open right in front of the net. Rudy getting a piece of that. Bullock pushing that into the corner. Crossman takes his man out of the play. Some good interference by him. Back to Bullock. Bullock teeing it up. Pushes that into the corner. LaFontaine behind the net. To the far side. Back to the defense. The shot coming from number 8, Jeff Norton, was batted down, and still it's LA killing off these penalties. Fitzpatrick to Norton. Flatley. And a great job by LA killing off these penalties. They're back to full strength and they're back on the attack. Robinson squeezed out of the play in the far corner. Just 1 minute remaining here in the period. 54 seconds now. And the Islanders blew a great chance to go further into the lead as they start to mix it up in the corner. No love lost between these two teams. Nichols pushing and shoving. And Gretzky, well, I'm sure you didn't have to hear that to work out what he said. Diduck starting to get physical for the Islanders. And Gretzky having words with him. Let's take a look. The shot steered away. The rebound pushed to Nichols. He didn't see it. Gretzky goes in there. Gretzky pushing and shoving, doing a bit of stick work. Diduck goes after him, gives him a push, gives him another one. Nothing really serious, but the problem is no one really hits Gretzky, and I don't think he likes it at all. A lot of players who come into the NHL for the first time can't work out why this player, the best player ever in the National Hockey League, doesn't get hit more often. Pushed into the neutral zone. The Kings back in now on the attack. The shot right on the target. And Fitzpatrick comes out. And again, it's Bernie Nichols who mixes it up. And now they're starting to punch. Kudelski gets a swing in there. Nyland starts to work his way in. He wants to separate them, but is that what he's doing? Number 4, Gerald Diduck, was heavily into that scene. Well, this has been coming for a while now. There's been a lot of needle throughout the game, and Diduck has been throwing his weight around, in particular in this period. Again, the shot on the goal. The play is long over there. The whistle is blown, and the sticks, as you can see, are very, very high indeed. Wilson getting some instruction there from a higher authority. Nyland. Just 21 seconds remaining here in the period. Again, it's Gary Nyland. Flipping it out into the neutral zone. Sutter coming down, gives it over. The shot right on the target. The rebound is put wide of the target. And Rudy was down. And there goes the whistle to end the period. A great performance by both teams. Some good goaltending by Rudy right there at the end of the period. And both teams having some good opportunities to put this game on ice. Here at the end, we see Sutter working it over with Maloney. The shot, the rebound, very close but not good enough. Well, still lots more ice hockey action to come here on Screen Sport. Join us in a moment for the third period. At the start of the second period, and you can see in the background the sign, "We miss you, Rudy." He's got a lot of support, this Goaltender, a 3.99 goals against average, 16, 10, and 3 on the season. And the scoreboard flashes, "Let's go Islanders." So you can tell where we are. We're on Long Island, New York, Nassau Coliseum. And the Islanders are playing from right to left. Miller flipped all the way around. King tried to get a piece of that. And we're going to have another face-off as Van Helmen works his way over to the timekeeper. And Nyland's going into the box. Take a look at this again.
Islanders penalty number 36, Gary Nyland, 2 minutes for boarding.
There's the call, and the officials really clamping down on boarding. And you can see why. The player not even aware that someone is coming up from behind. Excessive force used on that occasion with just 18 seconds gone, and he smashed into the boards, and really it's not the kind of thing we like to see in hockey. So a chance for the Kings put on the power play. Tonelli getting it back to the point. Shot right in front. Tonelli was there looking for the rebound. Diduck is in front of the net. Crossman behind the net. Right in front, and that's in the net. Tonelli got the pass from Gretzky with just 35 seconds gone here, and again Fitzpatrick looks on in amazement. So the pass coming out eventually. Tonelli was holding his ground in front, Gretzky getting it there, and the goaltender beaten cleanly in the far corner. You can see Gretzky works his way out, pushes it through the defenseman Diduck and the goaltender, and number 27 takes a chop from Fitzpatrick, but he celebrates. 4-3 now the score as Tonelli picks up his 18th goal of the season. This game far from over. And when that goal went in, it was hard to believe that a goal went in at all. The crowd sitting on their hands here in Long Island. Wood taken out of the play nicely.
The assistant of Wayne Gretzky and number 19, Larry Robinson.
Laidlaw hit the puck. Not contained there, as the Kings will do it again. McSorley, a bad pass from him. The shot batted down at the defense. A good move by Laidlaw to make up for what McSorley did a few seconds earlier. Both teams changing on the fly, going all the way back for it. There's Norton. Norton pushing it up on the wing and back from the Islanders. Well, you don't have to take too many guesses to work out who that was. LaFontaine, again, so aggressive when he has the puck, trying once again to split the defense. And this time it just didn't quite come off. Going right through the little jump, one of the sticks. Duchesne getting a stick up there to bring him down as he crashes into the boards. Was that a smile or a grimace? So Nichols, who was involved in that skirmish in front of the net at the end of the second period, goes into the face-off circle with LaFontaine. LaFontaine comes up with the puck, but eventually it bounces to McSorley. All the way down the ice, and Crossman goes back for it, icing the call. And for those of you watching for possibly the first time, icing occurs when you shoot the puck from your side of the red line all the way down the ice. You can only do that when you're a man short through penalty. So the whistle blows, and the penalty you receive is a face-off. in your zone. Gretzky getting his fair share of the action here against the Islanders. As does LaFontaine, who lost that draw. A long pass. Working their way right in next. Nichols takes a shot. Scooped away by Fitzpatrick. Another shot from way back at the point. It's wide of the target. Fitzpatrick finds himself on the ice here in the third period. 4-3 the score. And he's shaken off that crash to the ice. 17:52 remaining. And we're going to have another penalty on the play. Fitzpatrick is arguing to the official. Cross-checking is the call. Baumgartner, number 24 for the Islanders. And Fitzpatrick is not impressed again with that call. He's having words with the official. Let's take a look here. Keep your eye on number 24. There's the infraction. I think perhaps the official saw that a bit late. But the call is made, and Baumgartner goes into the penalty box. Power play situation for the LA Kings. Patrick gets it back to the point, and that's about as far as it goes. Kept in by LA. Duchesne. Still it's LA. Passing it around. The Islanders setting up that box in front of the net. The shot from way back, wide of the net. Gretzky waiting beside the net to pick it up, but it just didn't come. Golfed all the way down the ice. Kings go back for it. Set it up again. Gretzky wanted that on the wing, but it didn't come from Benning. Benning this time flips it up, and Gretzky's got it. Thank you very much. I'll take my time, rag the puck, and he shoots it down the ice. Rudy leaves it. Robitaille, who hit the post in the first period. Shane. Gretzky. Still no real threat to the Islander goal here, as once again with 33 seconds remaining on the penalty, the Islanders come back. The shot right on. Coming back now. Gretzky backhanding that into the slot area. The shot this time is just wide on the far side. Diddick gets a piece of it, and this time Diddick comes up with it and fires that one all the way down to the blue line. The Islanders doing a great job here of checking the Kings, and they're going to kill this one off. Back to full strength as number 24, Baumgartner, steps back on the ice. Alan Kerr, some good forechecking from him. Rudy bangs that one off the boards, and we're going to have a face-off. So neither team giving anything away here in the third period. 4-3 the score. 15:36 remaining in the game. Tonelli coming up with that power play goal with just 35 seconds gone at the start of this period to bring the LA Kings right back into this one. Still a wide open game, still anyone's game. And once again we see that familiar figure, number 16, back out on the ice. Getting a lot of ice time. Pat LaFontaine. Slight delay as we wait for the timekeeper to signal to the official that they can start play. Casper against LaFontaine. Gronspan pushed that one behind the net as it went off a stick. King wrestles with his man in the corner, and King has done an excellent job of forechecking for the Islanders. Pushed to the far side as Jari Gronspan goes back for it. Pushed out just over the blue line. Laidlaw. Casper got it back. Crowder. Norton. Along the wing, the rink wide, well, almost a rink wide pass. Went as far as the center, and Tonelli picks it up. Tonelli flips that one in. Getting a bit sloppy here in the third period. A lot of passes just going astray. Derek King pushing that back to the defense. Alan Kerr gets a bit physical on the far side. Shot right on the target. Coming from Mikko McKellar. Lauer runs up against Benning. Randy Wood is dumped in front of the net, and back come the Kings. Kings on the attack now. They need a goal to tie this one up. They trail 4-3 here in the third and final period. Wood taken out nicely by Laidlaw. And the Kings now pushing it to the far side. McSorley gives it up. Gretzky taken out of the play nicely as he falls into the corner, much to the approval of the supporters here in Long Island. McSorley. Still McSorley over the red line. Dumping that one in, and that's been the strategy all the way through this game for the Kings. The Islanders, of course, have been squeezing them out along the boards, making it difficult for them to get hold of that puck once they dump it in. And the Islanders have been quick to get back. Maloney in the corner. McSorley. A nice little move there. Pushes it into the far side, but he can't take it any further than that. McSorley now pushed to the ice. Laidlaw is lying on the puck of the official. You can hear him. Come on, get it going, get it going. Nichols. Still Nichols, number 9. Trying to get that one in front. Batted away and then pushed down by number 26, Flatley. LA now starting to put on the pressure. Luke Robitaille. Robitaille looking for number 27, John Tonelli. And the pass just didn't come off. Benning. Robitaille right in front of the net. Tonelli was there. Pass intercepted and players being brought to the ice, and the Islanders come back on the attack. Derek King taken out of the play as LaFontaine shoots it around the net. And again, it's number 10, Alan Kerr, who smashes his man into the boards, and Kerr really does like to rough it up along the boards. Gronspan is having words with the Kings as they change on the fly. Larry Robinson goes back for it. Robinson off again. He's taken off the puck, and we've seen it one too many times during this game. Larry Robinson dispossessed. Kerr keeps it in. A weak shot to the far corner. Now it's the Islanders' turn to put on the pressure. This time Robinson gets it away and gets it up. Tonelli into the slot area. The return pass for Tonelli is just a bit too far behind him. Coming back on the attack. Fontaine drops it back. Norton squeezed out of the play, and a collision occurred right in the goal mouth there. as Steve Casper rather dumps it in. Dakota. Wood, a nice little move by him as he works his way down the right wing. Wood taken out of the play. Ellick is out there. Haven't seen a lot of him during this game. There's going to be a penalty on the play. Signal from the official. With 10:31 remaining here. 4-3 to score, the Islanders over the Kings. Fitzpatrick goes over, takes his opportunity to take a break. Laidlaw for cross-checking for the LA Kings. Once again on the slow-mo replay. The push from behind there with the stick held off the ice with both hands on it. That's a cross-check. Power play situation for the Islanders. Sutter into the face-off circle. Haven't been able to capitalize on a power play situation, but still a lot of time remaining. Crossman. Pass intended for Norton. Took a deflection. A lazy high shot all the way down the ice. The Kings happy to kill this one off, and back come the Islanders. LaFontaine whistles that one all around behind the boards. Dakota brought to the ice. A roar from the crowd. LaFontaine wants it. Sutter losing control along the boards, and Crossman has to go all the way behind his net and pick it up. Doug Crossman. 2 goals so far in this game. Scored them both in the first period. Just under a minute remaining in the penalty. And we'll have another face-off. Kelly Hrudey with a 16-10-3 record so far this season. Well-respected goaltender in the National Hockey League. And another man who knows what he's doing, Al Arbor, 56-year-old coach of the Islanders. Played a lot of hockey in his time and has done a lot of coaching. Gretzky does enough to punch it forward, and it goes all the way down the ice. Did it. Pass intercepted. The Kings doing a good job of killing this one off. Casper out there working hard as the seconds tick down. LA still happy to push that puck around and waste time here. Now the break is on as they get back to full strength. Right in front of the net. Oh, and a great save by Mark Fitzpatrick as he slid across, stacked the pads. Derek King pushed that one into the corner. It's come out front for the Islanders to come up with it now. Back on the attack is Norton. He drops it, and eventually it trickles out into the neutral zone. McDonough pushes that one back and then receives a check as that goes into the far corner. Both teams a little cat and mouse here as that shot from a great distance calls for an offside whistle. Still a lot more ice hockey to come. 4-3 the score here in the third period. Join us in a moment. Welcome back to the third and final period here at Uniondale, Long Island. Gretzky going in, putting that one across. Well, perhaps they're reflecting now on what might have been a great save there by Mark Fitzpatrick. The score remains 4-3. The Islanders lead. The Kings trail here in the third period. So many opportunities there. Most of them coming from the stick of Gretzky, or at least being set up by Gretzky. Robinson faking once, takes a shot, took a deflection, and the goaltender Fitzpatrick comes out and pounces on it. Kudelski was there waiting for the rebound. Take another look at this. Robinson getting the shot. It took a deflection. Some great defensive work out there from both teams. And Fitzpatrick says, "Thank you very much, I'll have this." From the face-off, official wanting everyone to get out of the circle. Robinson, oh, a nice little move by him. I know I've been critical of Robinson, but he has given up the puck on several occasions. Oh, and again, Fitzpatrick comes up with the puck. Luke Robitaille is cursing himself for that one. At times, Fitzpatrick has been good. At times, he's been brilliant. Let's look at this again. Robinson started off the backhand, a lovely little move back to the point. The shot. And the rebound put right into the goalie. Brian Benning, the shot, number 20, Robitaille, just can't get it over the goaltender who's sprawled flat on the ice. Time remaining there in the bottom right-hand corner, just over 7 minutes. Brent Sutter, a long shot. Kudelski. Kings taking their time as they work this one out. Return pass. It's good stuff. Nichols now offside the call as they tried to work that over the blue line. And the Kings have been caught offside, well, too many times for my liking. They should really try to get that together. A lot of chances where they've had 3-on-2 situations, 2-on-1 have gone wrong because of the offside call. McSorley passing it up center. Good work there by LaFontaine, but McSorley comes up. Can't really control it. He's taken out of the play, but the puck goes as far as the blue line. It's still LA trying to work it in front. Takes the deflection off the skate. The shot is high and wide. Fitzpatrick is looking for it. He's holding his ground there. He lost that completely for 1 second. Then hits it up in the corner. Crowder having a goal there. Eventually Derek King, who's worked hard throughout the game, comes up with it, flips it in, and calls for a change of lines. Rudy pushes that one away from Alan Kerr, and the Kings now back on the attack. Under 6 minutes remaining. Steve DeShane working that up on the far side. Fitzpatrick decides to shoot that up to Wood. Wood, a rink-wide pass. Shot stopped nicely on the defense by Laidlaw. Back on the attack now, the Islanders. 4-3 the score. Wood wants it. Lauer squeezed out of the play by Laidlaw. Nico Makala eventually shoots that one down the ice. They've waved off the icing call, so Fitzpatrick gets a piece of it. Confirmation of the score there as Wood chases down Larry Robinson. Nico Makala getting some boos from the crowd as he circled the net. And eventually the net was dislodged, so we'll have another face-off. Makala has picked up 5 goals and 9 assists so far this season. And there you have it. 35 games he's played, 14 points. Having a word with Gretzky and getting set to take a little breather there, as once again we wait for the officials to get this face-off underway. Bernie Nichols with just under 5 minutes remaining. And no one has left their seat here in the Nassau Coliseum. Still a lot of hockey to come from both teams. Robinson head manning the puck. A long shot from Tonelli, wide. The rebound comes up, and again the shot is wide of the target. Robinson intercepted nicely at the Islanders' blue line. Crossman tried to get a piece of wood on that. Kudelski dropping it back. No one in front to pick it up, and back come the Islanders. Tom Laidlaw. Oh, not a good move by him as he fanned on the pass with 3:45 remaining in the period and the game. Bernie Nichols. Nichols taking it in, trying to do it alone. Nichols circles now, gets it back. McSorley takes a weak shot, it's wide of the net. Kept in now by Laidlaw. Shoved back into the corner. LaFontaine squeezes his man out of the play, as does Kerr, and backhands it all the way down the ice. McSorley goes back for it, and that's an icing call. Alan Kerr, number 10 for the Islanders, has played an important part in this game. For my money anyway. He's been very aggressive along the boards. You may not see him on the score sheet, but guy's done a lot of hard work out there. I'm sure Al Arbour appreciates that. Shot, an easy one for Fitzpatrick to handle, and he'll call for another face-off. Pushed into the corner, Crossman ties his man up, the Kings coming on the attack now. Gretzky circles, trying to get away from Crossman. He does, works it right in the slot area, and eventually spins one too many times. Steve Capper dumps it in behind the net. That's right in front, and the Islanders golf it down the ice. 2:45 remaining. Casper pushed out of the play. Brad Lauer couldn't hang on to that one, and back come the Kings. Tonelli lost control of that. Lauer drags the puck a bit and eventually gives it up, and both teams changing on the fly. Gretzky shoots it in. Keep your eye on Kelly Rudy. I'm sure that the Kings will pull him off in an effort to put on an extra attacker and tie this one up. Maloney takes the shot. As we come to the 2-minute mark, another shot is wide of the target. That's pushed into the corner. Maloney will play with that. He wants to kill off the clock. Benning pushes his man against the woodwork. Maloney mixes it up there. Tonelli right out front. Now the Kings on the attack. Tonelli shoves that one all the way around, and the Islanders happy to push it out of their own zone every chance they get. Jeff Norton skates slowly with it as we approach the 125 remaining on the clock time. Now coming back. Can they do it? Working their way in. The shot takes a deflection off LaFontaine, is pushed back into the corner. That one is kicked away nicely, and Prospect comes up with it. Dumped all the way down to the blue line, and the Kings still have possession of the puck. There you see the goalie in the bottom left-hand corner coming off. They're putting on an extra attacker as we go into the last minute of the game. It's the Kings still in possession. Gretzky gets it right in front, and that goes across. The rebound, and it's kicked it to the far side. And they've done everything to put it in the net. Again, the shot was wide of the target. McSorley dumps it in past LaFontaine. Crossman can't get a hand on it. Time ticking away with just 27 seconds. Coming up to 30 seconds, rather. 30 seconds remaining. Now it's 27 seconds. McSorley keeps it in. The crowd are on their feet here, trying to get that shot. LaFontaine shoots it all the way around to the far side. Robinson keeps it in, dumps it back in. Just 10 seconds remaining. LaFontaine gets a tip. Coming up now. LaFontaine, he's got it in the net. Well, he got a tip of that to bang it forward.
ICENET. Dynasties live here.
Islanders. And if you want Long Island's best team for insurance, go for National Security Brokerage. You'll feel secure with National Security Brokerage. Let's go Islanders.